After being reborn for the 99th time, I remain unable to escape the fate of never being born. Following yet another rebirth, I have completely resigned myself to despair. A false heiress has sent my foolish mother a tonic for nurturing her pregnancy, urging her to take good care of her unborn child. My mother, gently caressing her newly rounded belly, is about to take a sip. I am sprawled out in the warmth of our small abode, closing my eyes and beginning to murmur softly. Oh, foolish mother, just drink it. Once you do, you won't utter a word. That wicked woman has laced your soup with poison, intending for you to suffer complications and excessive bleeding during childbirth, and for both of us to meet our end together. Just drink it. Gu Yunheng observes my mother hesitating with the bowl, stating, "This is good for our child." Pa, pa, pa. Am I truly your baby? You are mistaken in your recognition of children. Deceiver. Big deceiver. If it weren't for your initial scheme against my foolish mother, attempting to find someone to indulge with her for the sake of her inheritance, but unexpectedly, she stumbled upon my father through sheer luck. Yet alas, no matter how impressive my father may be, my mother is a fool. This baby is destined to perish once more. To my astonishment, this time, after sending everyone away, my mother directly poured the tonic down the toilet. I am utterly shocked. What is happening? How has my foolish mother suddenly become so clever? Could it be that mother has also been reborn? Or has this baby finally begun to defy destiny and change the course of fate? But crises never end when you want them to. The bad people quickly found mommy sunbathing in the garden. The fake daughter Lin Yue carried a fruit plate and leaned close, pretending to be sweet as she clung to mommy's arm. Elder sister's complexion is getting rosier, and she looks healthier every day. Looks like the prenatal soup I asked that old herbal doctor for is really working. Brother-in-law even said I've taken such good care of you that he must reward me with the latest Hermes bag. My cheap father Gu Yunheng immediately chimed in. Exactly. Yue comes over after work every day just to take care of you. It's not easy. She deserves a reward. She may not be your real sister, but she treats you like one. Good girls like her are rare. Come on, transfer her $1 million as a reward. Hearing these shameless words, I bubbled angrily in the amniotic fluid, my tiny feet stomping in frustration. Here it comes, here it comes. The classic money scamming routine. These villains are about to steal mommy as hard-earned savings again. Ugh. My silly mommy is way too easy to trick. As long as these two sweet-talk her. She hands over everything she owns. Fine, I guess I should prepare for my next reincarnation shuttle, already sob, but unexpectedly, mommy blinked her clear eyes and tilted her head at Gu Yunheng. Hubby, weren't you the one who wanted to reward your sister? Why should I be the one paying? Gu Yunheng stiffened. Your money is my money, isn't it? No, that's not right. Mommy began counting on her fingers. Her voice soft and milky, yet every word crystal clear. When we got married, you insisted on being independent, refused a bride price, and demanded everything BAA. But in our 7 years of marriage, your sports car, your luxury watches, even the red packets you sent that internet celebrity little sister, you used my bank card. I haven't seen you spend a single cent of your own. She suddenly smiled. So this time, if you want to reward your sister, you should use your own private savings. You do have some private money, right? Inside the womb, I choked on a mouthful of amniotic fluid. My silly mommy actually used her brain amazing. But mommy, don't let your guard down. The big bad wolf is about to start acting again. He is definitely going to say, why don't you pay? She took care of you. Watch him. As expected, Gu Yunheng's face turned blue then white as he forced himself to speak. You want me to pay? Yue has been running around taking care of you every day. Mommy suddenly giggled, touched her belly, and blinked mischievously. What? Is the baby in my belly not yours? Is it so hard for you to spend a little money as a reward? Gu Yunheng and Lin Yue's expressions changed instantly. Of course it's mine. Gu Yunheng raised his voice. Whose else could it be? I rolled my eyes hard. My real dad is the heir of the C family, the richest family in the country. There's no way I'm this Phoenix man's kid. Let us see how you lie your way out of this now. After hesitating, Gu Yunheng tried to explain. It's just spending $1 million on a bag is too extravagant. Yue, how about I buy you your favorite Labubu blind box instead? Hermes is a bit much. Lin Yue's lips twitched as she forced a smile. It's fine, brother-in-law. Anything is fine. I bubbled furiously in the amniotic fluid. My tiny fists clenched. Yeah, right. Who are you trying to fool? It's because all of his money gets confiscated by his precious mother. Aside from Mommy's secondary card, he has no money to act rich with. The last time he tipped that internet celebrity streamer, he secretly sold the watch Mommy gave him. When his mother found out, she scolded him bloody and made him kneel on a washboard all night. And now he is pretending to be all generous?
Huh.
Mommy suddenly let out a soft-o and blinked innocently at him. Hubby, why is your forehead sweating? Don't tell me I was right, and you're actually broke? Gu Yunheng quickly wiped his sweat. Nonsense. I just think Hermes doesn't suit you, eh?
Why not?
Mommy tilted her head. Her voice sweet, but every word stabbed like a needle. Didn't she already have one? Didn't Yue carry a limited edition crocodile leather Hermes last month? I remember that day. You said you were working late at the company, but someone photographed you swiping my card with her at the boutique. Oh right.
You used my secondary card.
Their faces instantly went pale. Gu Yunheng hurried to explain. Wife, why do you always imagine things? Yue is your sister. Don't you trust her? She wanted to look around, and I happened to be free, so I accompanied her. Buying the bag was just so she'd take better care of you and the baby. She's been by your side every day. Lin Yue quickly echoed. Yes, sister. Brother-in-law did it for you. As your sister, taking care of you is my duty, but brother-in-law just gave me a small reward. In the womb. I rolled my eyes so hard they almost fell out.
Uffed.
Who are you fooling? She whined that all her friends had Hermes bags except her. So this scummy dad bought it just to please his mistress. Taking care of Mommy every day? More like circling around Mommy's bank account every day. Seeing Mommy silent, Gu Yunheng thought his excuses worked and quickly changed the topic. Wife, your pregnancy is farther along now. Managing the company must be tiring. Why don't you hand over the business to me? I can help lighten your burden. Mommy touched her belly, her voice still gentle. Hubby, handing over the company isn't something we can rush. I've been running it for years. There's a lot to sort out. Let us wait until after the baby is born. Gu Yunheng clearly didn't like that answer, but forced a smile. Sure, anything you say. Inside the womb. I thrashed my legs in panic. Mommy, don't agree. This is exactly what happened in the past life. Once the company was handed over, they took full control of the finances, and Mommy and I became fish on their chopping block. Please don't repeat the same mistake. This is already my 99th reincarnation. Can I please get a new script? That night, Gu Yunheng brought warm milk to Mommy, handing it to her tenderly. Here, wife. Drink this, and you'll sleep better. Even through the womb, I could smell something wrong in the milk. Here we go again. Another dose. What is it this time? Sleeping pills? A new recipe? These two scumbags, are they planning to fool around by Mommy's bedside again? Help. I'm still a fetus. I can't be witnessing R-rated scenes before I'm even born. I'll get eye infections. A cold glint flashed in Mommy's eyes, but she quickly covered it with gentleness. She took the glass and pretended to sip. Thank you, hubby. When he went to shower, Mommy swiftly poured the milk into the vase, then lay down pretending to sleep. The water stopped. Gu Yunheng came out and looked at Mommy, calling softly, wife. Hearing no response, his face twisted with satisfaction. Soon after, the bedroom door quietly opened again. Another figure slipped inside. Brother-in-law, is sister asleep? It was Lin Yue's voice. Don't worry. She drank the milk. This time I used enough to keep her asleep until noon tomorrow. His voice dripped with pride. What if she wakes up? Lin Yue pretended to worry. How many times have we drugged her? Has she ever woken up? This stupid woman is good for nothing but listening to our midnight fun right beside her. The mattress dipped. The two of them climbed onto the bed, right next to Mommy. And then came those disgusting gasps and the creaking of the bed in the darkness. My mother's tightly closed eyes slowly fluttered open, tears silently cascading down her cheeks. She bit her lip with such intensity that she could taste the metallic tang of blood before gradually closing her eyes once more, as if she had never truly awakened. In the days that followed, my mother underwent a profound transformation. She no longer acquiesced to Gu Yunheng's every whim. Instead, she decisively terminated his supplementary card. Gu Yunheng, in a fit of exasperation, confronted her. Wife, why can't I use my card? Without lifting her head from arranging flowers, my mother replied nonchalantly. Oh, the company has recently undertaken a significant project, and I've invested all our liquid assets into it. For the past 7 years, You've been spending my money. Since we're sharing expenses equally, it's your turn to support our family now." Upon hearing this, my father was immediately incensed. "I'm merely a minor department manager in our company. How could I possibly have any money?" My mother, unfazed, retorted, "Regardless, the company will eventually be yours. So, can't you spare a little for our family? If funds are tight, let us just economize for a while." Although Gu Yunheng was displeased, the mention of the company being his quelled his anger somewhat, and he muttered, "Fine, fine, if it comes to it, I'll ask my mother for some." Yet he added, "But darling, you must ensure the funds are turned around quickly. I can't appear empty-handed at social gatherings." Inside my mother's womb, I was anxious, kicking and squirming, agitatedly bubbling the amniotic fluid.
Ah,
"How dare you ask Mommy for money? Asking your stingy old lady for money? Surely, she wouldn't part with her retirement savings to let her son flaunt wealth." To my surprise, my assumptions were proven wrong. Upon learning that her son was set to inherit the company, my paternal grandmother shockingly sold their family home and car, sending the money to Gu Yunheng to maintain appearances. Thus, Gu Yunheng resumed his extravagant lifestyle, frequently escorting Lin Yue to upscale venues. Meanwhile, my mother appeared calm and composed on the surface. Yet she discreetly hired a private investigator to look into the two of them. Mommy is so cool. She's finally woken up. Investigate, investigate. In her past life, Mommy was deceived by wicked individuals, losing her company and nearly her life. It was only my father who rushed back from abroad to clean up the mess and help her seek vengeance. Go, Mommy.
this time.
We absolutely will not repeat the same mistakes. However, I soon sensed that something was amiss. One night, while my mother slumbered, Lin Yue stealthily entered the room and whispered to Gu Yunheng, "Brother-in-law, it seems like my sister has hired someone to investigate us. Our secrets want to be exposed."
Will they?
After all these years, that would be a waste. Gu Yunheng dismissed her concerns. That foolish woman is utterly devoted to me. Even if she discovers our affair, what of it? Who else would want her, a woman carrying an illegitimate child?
Puffed.
Who would want a man like you, living off others? You have no idea how robust and solid my connection with Mommy truly is. I jolted inside my mother. My ears perked up. Gu Yunheng, however, let out a cold laugh and retrieved a document from the safe. "And we have this." He waved the document triumphantly in front of Lin Yue. "If it comes to it, we'll just burn our bridges." Days later, at a nationwide business gala held by the C family, my mother was honored as the Outstanding Female Entrepreneur of the Year. Clad in a bespoke gown, her pregnancy was evident, yet she radiated brilliance.
Wow.
Mommy is so beautiful. Sparkling. I too shall become such a powerful woman. When my biological father sees me, he will surely be captivated. Wait, something about this scene feels eerily familiar. A sudden recollection struck me from a past life. It was at this very occasion that Gu Yunheng publicly accused my mother, leading to her disgrace. I thrashed anxiously in my mother's womb.
No.
Mommy, quickly step down. It's dangerous. Those two villains are up to no good. At that moment, Gu Yunheng abruptly activated a live stream on his phone and rushed onto the stage, seizing the microphone. "Ladies and gentlemen, today, I shall unveil the true nature of this woman at the C family's banquet." Gasps filled the room as every media camera turned towards the stage. I seethed in my mother's womb, bubbling with fury.
Ah.
Here it comes, the classic betrayal segment. You shameless villain. Bullying a pregnant woman deserves divine retribution.
Daddy.
Hurry. Save Mommy and your unborn child. Gu Yunheng produced his phone, connecting it to the large screen, which began to display a blurry video. A woman, who appeared to be my mother, entered a hotel room in a daze, only to emerge disheveled the following day. He then revealed a document.
Before we married,
We made a solemn vow. If either of us strays, they shall leave with nothing. I ask all present to bear witness. He spoke with feigned anguish. Look at this woman, who seems glamorous on the outside, but is truly a harlot. Today, I will publicly divorce her. For the child in her womb is not mine, but an illegitimate child of unknown parentage. The crowd cast strange glances at my mother's belly, their faces displaying disdain. Just then, a cold voice echoed from the upper floor. Who claims my child is of unknown parentage? The speaker was the current head of the C family, CU. Dressed in a tailored suit, He descended the staircase with poise. I immediately felt a surge of excitement in my womb, kicking with fervor.
Ah,
It's Daddy. My dear biological father has made a dazzling entrance. He's incredible. Finally, the source of my genes has arrived. Dear Daddy, please unleash your commanding presence to blind these wicked fools. Gu Yunheng, clearly taken aback by Siyu's appearance and words, turned pale, his hand trembling around the microphone. Mr. Si, what do you mean? This is a private matter between my wife and me. You are of high status. Surely you wouldn't want to involve yourself in such disgraceful affairs? Siyu ignored him, merely nodding at the staff. The video continued to play on the large screen. In the footage, after the disheveled woman exited the room, nearly 10 minutes passed before the door opened again, revealing a man adjusting his cuffs. It was none other than the heir of the Si family, Siyu. A wave of louder gasps erupted throughout the crowd. Is this not blatant evidence of infidelity? My goodness, this man has truly been cuckolded? I can't believe Su Yuan is such a person, and Mr. Si as well. Whispers filled the air. Gu Yunheng and Lin Yue, upon hearing the murmurs, seemed invigorated, their confidence restored. Gu Yunheng feigned calm, though his voice trembled with excitement. Mr. Si, are you admitting that Su Yuan went out to a hotel and that the child in her womb is yours? Everyone must witness this. It's undeniable proof of her infidelity. Our prenuptial agreement clearly states that whoever strays must leave with nothing. The company is now mine. Lin Yue quickly chimed in, pretending to wipe non-existent tears. Sister, how could you do this to your husband, who has treated you so well? How can you betray this family? I fumed within the amniotic fluid, waving my tiny fists. Pfft! Distorting the truth. Shameless. This is infuriating. Daddy and Mommy, unleash your counterattack. I want to see the villains get their comeuppance. Observing their pathetic display, my mother, Su Yuan, suddenly chuckled softly. In that smile, there was not a trace of panic, but rather an undertone of pity and mockery. Since my husband and sister had presented such compelling evidence to the audience, her voice resonated clearly and melodiously through the microphone, captivating everyone present. As a gesture of reciprocity, I too have something to share, and I would like everyone to take a look. She produced her phone and made a few swift motions. The images on the large screen transitioned instantaneously. The clarity was impeccable, the angle cunningly chosen. It was evident that it had been recorded surreptitiously. In the footage, my mother appeared to be peacefully slumbering in bed, while beside her, Gu Yunheng and Lin Yue were engaged in a scandalous act, utterly disgraceful. The vulgarities and the creaking of the bed could even be heard through the speakers. I immediately covered my eyes with my tiny hands, expressing my disdain vociferously. Oh no, my poor eyes. Although I had anticipated this, witnessing it firsthand is simply revolting. Mom, please turn it off. This is inappropriate for children. I'm still a fetus. I might develop styes. Help. The room fell into a hushed silence, only to erupt into a cacophony of outrage. All disdainful glances swiftly shifted from my mother to the pale-faced couple on stage. My goodness! How repulsive! Is this truly human behavior in front of a pregnant woman? This is the audacity of the guilty. Gu Yunheng and Lin Yue were utterly flustered. It's fake. That's fabricated. It's AI-generated. Gu Yunheng cried out, his voice drowned out by the uproar around him. Lin Yue, in a panic, began to shout indiscriminately. So, what if we had an affair? We were merely caught in a moment of passion.
but you
are carrying someone else's child. That baby is already 3 to 4 months along. You are the one who strayed first. My brother-in-law and I are together solely for revenge. The prenuptial agreement is written in black and white, stamped by the law firm.
You can't deny it.
You must leave with nothing. My mother let out a slight sigh, her gaze icy as she regarded them. Indeed, she began softly. That agreement is genuine. And the child I carry is, in fact, not yours. The two of them were suddenly elated, as if they had grasped the last straw of hope. So you admit it. Everyone heard her. She confessed. They exclaimed.
Quick.
Transfer the company's shares to me. My mother instantly lifted her head, a cold smile gracing her lips. However, my dear husband and beloved sister, have you forgotten the most crucial detail? She articulated each word clearly. We never obtained a marriage certificate. We merely held a wedding. Your dear mother insisted that we must wait until I gave birth to a son, and confirmed it was a boy before we could register. Therefore my mother waved her finger, her tone lighthearted. This so-called prenuptial agreement may indeed exist, but regrettably, we are not legally recognized as husband and wife. It cannot bind me. The company, naturally, has no connection to you.
Ha ha ha.
I exclaimed, delight flooding me as I imagined bubbles forming in the amniotic fluid.
Wow.
Mom is on fire. A fatal blow. KO. I declare, in this round, Mom is the undisputed champion. Silly mommy, it turns out she's a hidden champion.
Ah.
This is exhilarating. Even the amniotic fluid has turned into joyful bubbles.
What?
Impossible. This cannot be happening. Gu Yunheng and Lin Yue stood there, struck as if by lightning. At my father's signal, the two miscreants were unceremoniously escorted out by security. Siyu approached my mother, removing his suit jacket and gently draping it over her shoulders. He quietly inquired, "Are you all right?" My mother shook her head, her eyes slightly red but smiling. "I'm fine, thank you, Mr. C." I was instantly starry-eyed, my excitement causing me to stomp my little feet.
Wow.
Daddy is so gentle. Mommy is so strong. I'm in awe. When will this facade be shattered? I'm dying of anxiety here. However, knowing those two scoundrels, they certainly let this slide. They must have another trick up their sleeves. My radar is beeping. Indeed, the ousted pair, undeterred, resorted to edited videos and sob stories, launching a frenzied campaign online. Famous female entrepreneur Su Yuan caught in an affair and pregnant. Heartless wife demands husband to leave with nothing. Even her mother-in-law's retirement funds are not spared. The topic quickly ascended the trending charts. Gu Yunheng even went live, portraying himself as a heartbroken victim cast aside by a wealthy woman. Lin Yue, alongside him, added tearful embellishments. My sister despises the poor, and now that she's fallen into despair, she's fabricating evidence of their affair to avoid sharing assets with the Gu family. Public opinion rapidly escalated. Countless righteous netizens began to harass my mother. The company's website was besieged. Some even resorted to vandalizing the building, splattering red paint and posting derogatory notices. Wretched woman, die. And don't forget the Gu family's hard-earned money. Faced with the onslaught of public scrutiny, my mother remained resolute. She took to her personal Weibo account and posted a copy of her household registration book, clearly indicating her unmarried status. Instantly, Su Yuan's unmarried status trended. Legally single. How could there be infidelity? How could there be a demand for her husband to leave with nothing? As for the financial matters concerning Mr. Gu's mother, they were of no concern to me. Everything had been entrusted to my lawyer. Gu Yunheng immediately sprang forth with nonsensical arguments. Unmarried? We held a wedding. The whole city knows. Doesn't a de facto marriage count? You just despise my poverty. You don't want to take responsibility. Now you're playing word games? My little fists were clenched tightly.
Ah.
This is so shameless. De facto marriages lost their legal validity long ago. And who is it that insisted we wait for a son before obtaining the certificate? Now it's transformed into my mother despising your poverty?
Du.
What a liar. If I had teeth, I would definitely bite you. This absurd reasoning surprisingly managed to deceive some, causing public sentiment to waver once more. At that moment, Gu Yunheng, along with his mother, who had squandered her family's wealth and was now renting, and Lin Yue, formed a trio and arrived at my mother's villa to conduct a live stream. Gu's mother plopped down on the ground, wailing and pounding her thighs. There's no justice. The rich bully the common people. They've deceived my son as affections and taken our money. My savings have been completely swindled away. Gu Yunheng, tearful on camera, lamented, Yuan, I know you think I'm useless, but I love you. Regardless of whose child it is, I love you. You can't let the child be born without a father. Please come out and talk to me. Lin Yue chimed in with exaggerated sorrow. Sister, have a heart for our mother. She has given everything to you. Will you let her sleep on the streets? My mother stood inside the door, her face ashen with fury. As the commotion escalated outside, the live stream audience surged. Gu Yunheng even attempted to direct the camera toward my mother's bedroom window. Suddenly, several black luxury cars came to a silent halt at the roadside. C was the first to exit, followed by several uniformed police officers. What's going on? Cus' voice was not loud, yet it instantly silenced the clamor around him. Upon seeing the police, Gu Yunheng recoiled at first, only to bravely assert, "Officers, you've come at just the right time, but you can't let wealth and power blind you to our victimization." Gu's mother rushed forward, trying to cling to the officer's legs. "Oh, dear, please give us justice."
Puffed.
"Justice? This old woman is putting on quite the show." My eyes lit up. But why did Daddy bring the police? Could it be he has significant evidence? Truly, he is my father. See, you didn't he spare them a glance, merely nodding at the police. Then he faced the live stream camera, producing a tablet. "Since you all enjoy live streaming, let us show the vast audience who the true victim is." He activated the screen. A plethora of evidence has been meticulously unveiled. Records of Gu Yunheng and Lin Yue's repeated purchases of pharmaceuticals, including sedatives and trace toxins, alongside their discussions regarding dosages and effects captured in chat logs. Additionally, there are financial transactions from Gu's mother's sale of property and vehicles, proving that all funds were funneled into Gu Yunheng's personal account for his own indulgence, entirely unrelated to Su Yuhan. Most damning of all is a recording of a conversation involving Gu Yunheng, Lin Yue, and Gu's mother, where her voice is distinctly audible. "Son, rest assured. Once we deceive her company, what riches will we not possess? Just endure a little longer, placate her. When the door closes, they will meet an unfortunate end, and all the inheritance will belong to us. That agreement I had a contact review, it is indeed legitimate." Gu Yunheng responds, "Mother, your foresight is commendable. I find it rather tiresome to constantly engage with that foolish woman." Lin Yue adds, "Brother-in-law, when I help you manage the company in the future, I will certainly surpass her." As the recording concludes, an oppressive silence envelopes the room, shattering only as the live stream chat explodes with fervent reactions. Wow, what a dramatic twist. So the Phoenix man seeks to eliminate his rivals. Truly malicious. He has been toying with us, the viewers. Administering drugs to a pregnant woman? This is outright murder. The sister-in-law and brother-in-law are openly betraying the pregnant wife. How shameless. Those who just insulted President Su, come forth and apologize. "I apologize first. I am sorry." "Police, apprehend them swiftly." The officers stepped forward, brandishing an arrest warrant. "Gu Yunheng, Lin Yue, you are hereby charged with intentional harm and fraud. You are under formal arrest." Gu Yunheng and the others turned pale as they crumpled to the floor. I felt a surge of excitement within, bouncing joyously.
Wow.
Dad is formidable. A thunderous display of justice. The scoundrels are obliterated. This baby declares, "In this lifetime, my mother and I shall finally stride towards a blissful conclusion." Dad, swiftly embrace the beauty. The villains were adorned with silver cuffs and were unceremoniously ushered into the police vehicle, wailing and lamenting. I joyfully kicked within my mother's womb.
Yay.
The evildoers have been captured. This baby is assured of a safe arrival. But what of that wicked old woman? She was just wailing and now has vanished? As I pondered, I noticed Gu Yunheng's mother attempting to slip away, taking advantage of the distraction caused by the attention on her son and the faux heiress. C seemed to sense my thoughts. With a mere glance, the bodyguard swiftly obstructed Gu's mother's path. The police approached her. "Madam, please cooperate with us for an investigation." Gu's mother immediately collapsed to the ground, exclaiming, "Alas, I cannot go on. How dare you bully an old woman? I know nothing." My mother, observing the farce reach its conclusion, let out a sigh of relief. Dad promptly extended his hand, steadying her waist. My mother's cheeks flushed a delicate shade of pink as she softly said, "Thank you, Mr. C." Dad looked down at her. "Just call me C."
Go, Dad.
Mom, quickly pounce on Dad. "Wait, no. I'm still in the womb. Oh, how shy." I excitedly flipped in my mother's belly, but my movements were too vigorous, causing her to suddenly groan and instinctively clutch her stomach. C's expression turned tense. "What's wrong? Are you unwell? I shall take you to the hospital." "Oh, dear, I'm sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to, boo-hoo." My mother, feeling my lively movements, smiled gently, taking C's hand and placing it on her round belly. "It's all right. The baby seems quite happy moving about." C's hand momentarily stiffened before he cautiously pressed closer. At that moment, I obligingly kicked at the spot beneath his palm. C's pupils widened slightly, his face illuminating with an incredulous tenderness as he felt the lively movement. Is he moving? My mother, amused by C's rare expression of astonishment, couldn't help but chuckle. It seems the baby takes a liking to you. C raised his gaze, his eyes ablaze with intensity as he looked at my mother. Yuhan, from now on, allow me to care for you and the baby. My mother, however, did not respond immediately, merely nodding gently. Let us leave this place. There are many reporters watching. C immediately shielded her with his body, assisting her into his Rolls-Royce. Dad took us directly to the most prestigious private hospital under his name. The entire obstetrics floor was cleared and secured, exclusively for my mother's care. The examination results indicated everything was normal, but my mother was experiencing significant emotional fluctuations and required ample rest. Without hesitation, C instructed his assistant to bring urgent company documents to the hospital suite, where he would work while keeping a watchful eye on my mother. That night, as my mother lay on the soft bed, she drifted into slumber.
Dad.
Having completed his work, gently entered the room and sat at the edge of the bed. He leaned down, speaking in a soft tone to my mother's belly. Good night, baby. Daddy is here. I was so stirred that I almost flipped again. But fearing to wake my mother, I restrained my joy, subtly shaking my little feet. The next day, my paternal grandfather, the esteemed elder of the C family, arrived at the hospital, leaning on his cane. His presence was commanding, and I felt a twinge of anxiety. Dad stood by my mother's bed. Father, this is Su Yuhan and my future child. Grandpa's sharp gaze swept over my mother's face and belly. Though my mother appeared somewhat nervous, she gracefully greeted him. Hello, Mr. C. To my surprise, the elder's stern countenance suddenly broke into a warm smile. Excellent.
Yuhan, right?
Don't be anxious. Take good care of the baby. If that rascal dares to mistreat you, just let me know, and I shall use my cane on him. He leaned in closer, whispering to my mother. My son is over 30 and has yet to find a girlfriend. I was beginning to think he had some unspeakable issue. I never expected such a grand surprise. Wonderful. Truly wonderful. Dad facepalmed beside him. Father, my mother could not help but laugh. Grandpa shot Dad a stern look. Hurry and finalize matters. Don't let the girl be wronged. Do you hear me? Dad nodded. I am in the process. This baby announces, after the 99th reincarnation, I have successfully altered my fate. Prepare to embark on a blissful life adventure. I contentedly yawned in the warm and cozy little house. Days passed in the meticulous care of Dad and my joyful movements within. My mother's belly grew rounder. Dad nearly canceled all unnecessary engagements, returning home punctually each day to dine with my mother, take walks, and provide prenatal education for the baby. Sometimes, in the middle of the night, when my mother experienced leg cramps, Dad would instantly awaken, patiently massaging her calves. Boo-hoo, Dad is so wonderful. Mom is so happy. This baby is also so happy. As I bubbled with emotion, I diligently absorbed nutrients, striving to grow plump and healthy, sparing my mother any hardship. Occasionally, C would press his ear to my mother's belly, conversing with me. Baby, have you been good today? Have you been causing trouble for your mother? I would gently respond with a soft punch or a kick. Being good. This baby is the most well-behaved in the universe. Each time C sensed my response, warmth would light up his eyes. The baby resembles me. Undoubtedly very clever. My mother would smile teasingly at him. How can you tell at such a young age? What if he turns out to be a little rascal? One deep night, as I lay in the amniotic fluid, drowsily drifting, I suddenly felt the small house constrict. Shortly after, my mother emitted a muffled groan. I instantly awoke. What is happening? Is there an earthquake? Or is it Yuhan, is it starting? Father's voice carried a subtle hint of tension, yet his actions remained steady and resolute as he tightly clasped Mother's hand. Mother nodded, her breath slightly hurried. Yes. It seems so. Is it really happening? This little one has prepared for this grand occasion 99 times. A professional medical team swiftly took their positions. Father remained steadfastly by Mother's bedside, wiping her brow, offering water, and providing encouragement. When Mother bit her lip in pain, he extended his arm toward her. If it hurts,
Bite me.
The delivery proceeded relatively smoothly.
Wow.
Instinctively, I opened my mouth and let out my first proclamation upon entering this world. The nurse gently cleaned me up, swaddled me in a soft blanket, and presented me to my parents. Congratulations, Mr. C. Congratulations, madam. You have a beautiful and healthy little princess. Father Siu, who appeared cold and austere to the outside world, now had slightly reddened eyes. He carefully extended his finger to touch my cheek. Yuan, look, our daughter resembles you. She is truly lovely. From that moment on, the C family mansion welcomed a little princess, adored beyond measure, namely me. Father named me Si Nian, and, with the nickname Nian Nian, signifying Siyu's everlasting longing for and affection towards Suyu, and grandfather could hardly contain his delight, wishing to hold me every day without letting go, adorning my tiny hands with various limited edition gold locks and jade bracelets. Father transformed into a super dad. Changing diapers? Learned. Feeding? Learned. Soothing to sleep? That must be his duty. Although he initially fumbled and nearly choked me with formula, he soon became so adept that even the maternity nurse was astonished. Mother recovered splendidly. Father hired the finest nutritionists and postpartum recovery specialists, attending to Mother with utmost care. Sometimes, when Mother gazed at me, she would reflect. Looking back, it feels like a nightmare.
Fortunately, it has all passed.
Father would embrace her and me from behind, his voice resolute. From now on, it will only be sweet dreams. I promise. As for those villains, it is said that Gu Yunheng and Lin Yiwei, convicted of intentional harm, attempted fraud, and other crimes, have received lengthy sentences and are currently serving time in prison. Meanwhile, the malicious Gu mother, having participated in the conspiracy, received her just desserts. The sun warmly bathed the garden in light. Father held me, with Mother nestled beside him, watching as I waved my tiny fists in delight in Father's embrace. Is this the taste of happiness? There's sunshine, the fragrance of flowers, Father's strong arms, and Mother's gentle gaze. Having experienced 99 rebirths, this time, I, Si Nianin, have finally grasped happiness firmly. I open my toothless mouth wide, bestowing upon my father and mother an incredibly radiant, slobbering smile. Father, Mother, please guide me through the rest of my life. Love you both. The end of the story. Thank you for listening. Until we meet again in the next tale.